All right. So hi everybody. So it's kind of funny. I'm going to talk about a almost non-digital project that we did. But whenever I come to these marketing meetings, it feels to me like Marketing Anonymous, like a support group for marketers. So if there's an underlying theme in what I'm going to tell you today is you are not alone. All right. Does it work? Okay, quantum machines. I'm not going to spend time on this because after this session, you're all going to go online and read the press release from yesterday and the news on Globes and The Marker about the new quantum computing center we are going to open in Tel Aviv next week. Read all about it. Thank you. Now, we sell to companies like NVIDIA, Toyota, Samsung, Google, AWS. You probably know all these companies. Big deals, but few deals. Most of our customers still come from the academia, all right? So you might recognize some of these names, all of them top 50 universities in the States. We sell to those in Europe, in the Far East, and it's a very strange market. First of all, very small market. So about 800 accounts all told. That means it's not 800 universities. It's about 400 universities and more than one lab in a university, or even less than that. And 60 commercial customers. So, when we do ABM, we cover the entire market. It's super technical. We're 160 people in the company. Over 40 people are PhD in physics. We sell to PhD in physics. Our engineers have some sort of physics degree. Actually, they bring the marketing team in order to kind of, lower down the IQ, because otherwise the place will collapse into itself. And because it's just a small market and super, super technical, these people tend to flock together. And face-to-face interactions are actually the most important thing in the buying decision process, okay? So you should see a group of students standing by and a professor walks through. It's like the sea is parting, right? These people are rock stars. They just adore them, right? Now, the company has seen some rapid growth, almost doubling year over year since we started selling. But, it's never enough. And therefore, some time ago, we were thinking about how are we going to, what kind of strategies we're going to do in the second half of the year. It was about half year. And we said, okay, so one thing is we need to increase footprint in North America. You saw those names over there. You say, hey, but you're selling to all the big universities. But no, guys, we're selling, every sale is a one-off. So we sold the system. The next system we sell, we start all over. There's no ARR. There's no recurring sales. Every sale is unique. So we need to have more accounts and more booking. We need to keep on doubling our revenue, so marketing is here to support the sales cycle, shorten the sales cycle. So, of course. And we have a new product coming out, yes, which is the OPX 1000. Great product, we love it, but we need to push it into the US, okay? So sits the marketing team, and we're putting all of our brain power together, such as it is, and we come up with an amazing idea. We're gonna do a roadshow. Okay? Because as I told you, in order to influence the sales cycle, we need to be out there. So we're going to go and travel the US. We're going to go across country. We're going to have seminars, online seminars, in-face seminars, pushing the end of the year, introduction new product, strengthening our relations, strengthening the QM brand. And Billy, this is what I told you about moving from PowerPoint to Google, right? So we choose these 7 cities. Why? Well, I'm not going to let you answer that, because Boston has Harvard and MIT, and Chicago is a huge quantum hub. And in Madison, Wisconsin, there are 4 very important and leading labs. And because San Francisco has Stanford, and LA has Caltech, and Denver has a trade show. Great, 2 birds in 1 stone, right? So we're going to America. KPIs, we want to physically reach these 8 campuses that we were talking about. We want to have at least 40 people attending a seminar. That means we need to get those rock star professors. And we want at least 1 person from each of the labs that we're targeting. So that's 22 labs all told. So what do we need to get it done? We need a team. Again, this Google thing. I'm telling you, in PowerPoint, it worked. Okay, this is Google. So we need a team. In our case, we need product managers. We need local sales managers. We need our 2 founders because they're the speakers. And we need a marketer to make sure it all runs. We need to recruit speakers. We need a working product. This is like 3 or 4 weeks after the product is out in the market. There are maybe 2 or 3 prototypes. We're fighting with everybody to get a working system. A demo, which means we need a lot of peripheral equipment because we're selling hardware. We need a targeted invitee list because guess what? Sales only keeps the people they're talking to in Salesforce and deleting the rest. So we need to go online, actually check who are the students, use Lucia to get their email addresses and target them. We need a detailed plan with travel arrangements because we have 5 days a week and we need to hit 5 cities. And we need shipment arrangements because there's a lot of equipment going out. Branding, of course. Email invitations and landing pages, swag, everybody's favorite. We need a budget and we need time to get it all done. Guess what, people? We had it all. All right. So we go out and develop a brand, and we develop a brand language, and we recruit speakers, and we create email invitations. Everything is branded. By the way, nice story about this. When we started sending out these invitations, we too got 0 responses. And it took us about 10 days to figure out that this works much better. So no fanfare or anything like that. Just a personal email. We kind of confiscated. Kevin is our technical support. So we used his account on HubSpot, just sent out invitations, and things started moving along. Detailed plan. This is just 1 day. And sometimes we would hit 2 cities in the same day. So the team really had it down to the minute, because if you miss a flight, that's it. Next day is gone. This is the plan, all right? Look at how many universities we're going to capture. AFRL is the US Air Force Lab. SC23 is a huge supercomputing event. So we have it all. This is the plan and the schedule, right? Air travel, land travel, everything is timed. But we're planning, right? Like we said, we got a plan. So we have a contingency. If we miss a flight, this is what we do, right? We take ground transportation where the flights might not get us there in time. We always have an advanced team, meaning the marketer on the team always waits till the first speaker starts, then goes to the next location to make sure everything is hunky-dory. And if marketing collateral and swag does not arrive, we had spares in our suitcases. So everything works. VP Marketing puts a reminder, send invitations out, and goes out to the weekend. Guess what? It's October 7th. Now what do we do? Sorry? It was. That's right. So, do we put everything on hold? Because the 2 product managers we need, they're in Gaza. No flights out of Israel, so we can't fly. One of our founders can't fly because he's in Israel. We can't ship anything. The offices are closed, we're working from home with our kids. And is it even safe? So, you know, the nays have it, or do they? Because we said, hey, you know what? On Monday, remember this was a Saturday, on Monday we sent out an email to all of our customers. We are shocked, we are grieving, but we are still here, right? So this is the way to send out a message. We are an international company, so if we can't fly out of Israel, let's fly people from elsewhere. And the market's not waiting for us. I mean, our competition is there, and if we're not going to be in the US, somebody else will. So contingency plan number 2. All right, Israelis cannot fly, so the US team will need to take everything. We have a speaker on standby. Burke is one of our physicists, so he's going to stand by if our speaker from Israel cannot arrive. The OPX, that's our product, cannot be shipped. We're going to use an old product. I hope nobody notices. And no marketing people in the house. This is a crunch point. You know why? because salespeople, you know how managing salespeople is herding cats, right? These people cannot keep to a time if they're not with a gun to their head, all right? Sometimes not even that. But we did get a designated salesperson who said, okay, I'll take it. I'll be the marketer for these 2 weeks. So off we go. We're sending out invitations, and this happens. Guys, we are thinking about this sitting in Columbia and NYU. This started the 3rd week of October. Harvard, Stanford, University of Chicago, these are just to name a few. All right, contingency plan number 3. We call all the campuses, and we ask them to have an undercover officer in each of the venues to make sure that our people are kept safe. By the way, the team doesn't know. We're not telling the team, they should not worry. If a campus refuses to host us, which happened, Syracuse, thank you. Syracuse, New York, we called them up, we said, hey guys, we wanna, work with your security. They said, we're gonna check that. 2 hours later, oh, sorry, we can't host you. All right, we understand, we can take a hint. And no media publicity. Think about a marketer who's not doing marketing for the greatest project of the second half of the year. We did not have any other than the emails you saw, nothing. Everything was in retrospect, like, oh, we just left Boston, you missed us. That's the way it was. Gotta keep things safe. Everything went out, everything was good. The mugs arrived. This is the old equipment, but you wouldn't notice, right? We had sufficient people in the room in most cases. And let's talk numbers. Right? This is the fun van. So 10 days net, 8 cities covered, 8 seminars plus a trade show, 17 academic hours of presentations, 18 of the 22 research groups. Okay, can't have it all. 26 speakers, over 300 participants, so not quite 40 in a meeting, but close enough. 470 new leads, pretty cool. And 3 deals that originated from this roadshow, and I'm talking 6 months in the past. Oh, sorry, one more thing, just a sec, if this will work. 768 slices of pizza consumed. It turns out that physicists work on pizza, all right? And Diet Coke, you're right. And the reason I know, because this is the number of pizza boxes we ordered times 8, right? 0 incidents. Oh, sorry. 1 incident. We had a speaker change at the last moment, and we asked our vendor to send us a sticker to put on the roll-up. This is what we got. Well, 1 is fine. Let's be serious for a second. We did forget one thing. We forgot that anti-Israeli sentiment and anti-Semitism is a lingering issue. This was in November. Since then, we had a couple of shows in the US, a couple of shows in Taiwan and in Japan. Everything went well, and we kind of took our guard off. Then this happens. Spain 2 weeks ago. At a conference where we're presenting, there's an anti-Israeli or pro-Palestinian, choose your semantic, protest, right? First day goes out, okay, annoying, but what can you do? On the second day, they hand those leaflets, specifically targeting Jonathan Cohen, our co-founder, and saying boycott Israel. Not only that, they were standing outside with a sign saying, Jonathan Cohen, this is genocide. We weren't prepared, okay? Called security. This was, by the way, the pictures were taken by our Italian comrades. I told them, you guys, you're the mafia, you take care of Jonathan. But yeah, so we called security, and they were cleared before Jonathan left the building. He didn't know anything because he was on the stage talking at that time. But that wasn't fun. I prepared these slides, and I had one thought in mind. We were always in a crisis. So, yes. We were always, I joined this beautiful community 24 years ago. the door was shut on me and the bubble burst. And since then, every 2 or 3 years, we are at a conflict as Israelis, okay? And yet, we manage. We manage by planning ahead, by thinking positively, by having contingencies, and by working our ass off. So, here's to you guys.